I have clawed my way back, beyond the 13 gates, to this mortal realm.
13 Circles of Hell, eh? Hello everybody, and welcome back to Hand of Fate 2. Ahead of us, we have a choice. Would we like to take on the High Priestess, the Empress, or the Emperor? Well, I'm going to start this one off. We're going to just do it in order, shall we? We're going to go the High Priestess first. So we now get to choose our deck. I'm going to take the recommended, just because, plain and simply, there's not enough variation in the cards that we've got to warrant not using the generic stuff, basically.
You find yourself once again in the company of prayer and religion. How unfortunate.
So this game makes a huge point that every time people start praying about things to like old gods, things go wrong.
Now it begins. Negotiations on behalf of the Empire.
Okay.
We will see how that story ends.
We will indeed. Malaclips has somehow roped you into travelling deep into the far north on a diplomatic mission. While I usually refrain from working for the Empire, since this one takes me further away from it, I've made an exception. It'll square my debt with the General Brandstrom, yeah, that's the word, and open many doors for you as well. What do you say? So I can ask how I can help. As you know, I have a great many skills, but my swordsmanship is unlikely to hold up against Northern Raiders. I know no one else who is more up to the task than you, my dear friend. Ask about the leader of the Raiders. There are many clans dotted around, but the supposed leader of them is Bear. I can't even speak today. There are many clans dotted around, but the supposed leader of them all is the High Priestess who lives up there, and she's so powerful she's taken away my ability to speak properly. Malaclips points to the top of a soaring mountain before you. Of course, it's on the top of a mountain. Asking more about this mission. General Brandstorm instructed me to not come back until I talk to the High Priestess of the North and offer the terms of the treaty, he explains. Will you join me? Yes, of course I will. Excellent! Bring your sword and let me do the talking, says Malaclips. I've brought plenty of supplies so we can set up camp when we get hungry. Brilliant. So we gain 25 food, bringing us up to 30. You'll notice there is actually a fourth card down the bottom, and that, I believe, is fame. So you need certain amounts of fame to wield certain weapons, but it'll bring that into play when something needs it. Malaclips shares a tidbit of, as you commence your journey. The High Priestess is quite partial to blessings. If you can prove yourself worthy, we'd have a better chance at swaying her in our favour, so you need to collect at least 6 blessings before meeting the High Priestess. Fair enough. You grit your teeth and begin your ascent. Let's head to the right.
Be careful
Blizzard.
where one takes refuge, even in the worst of storms.
Automatically take some damage with this. With little warning, a snowstorm sweeps in from the north. The snow whips against you like shards of glass and obscures your vision. You struggle to find cover. So this is whether we get cover or not. So keep a close eye. Honestly, I don't know. I know the one on the right is bad, so I'm going to go that one. Oh, no, the one on the right was good. Okay. The climb becomes unbearable. You seek shelter in a cave and desperately fight off the onset of frostbite. The wretched smell of fish meat and stale sweat alerts you to the presence of a bear rousing from hibernation. The ferocious beast bares its teeth and swipes at you with giant paws. Oh, we take more damage? Oh my word. You flee the cave, having barely survived the savage attack. Luckily, the blizzard has passed. Malaclips forages for firewood, saying, "This log is dry enough. We can set up camp here for the night. Access the camp at any time between the encounters. The campfire can be used to consume food, trade, or review your mission." Brilliant. Okay, cool. We're just going to continue. So we can make camp there now. Yeah, we'll check this out. Might as well. Gnomish exchange.
Between my loathing for gnomes and my despair that the world is becoming less strange and arcane as the Empire spreads.
Halt, vile human! A voice calls out as a dozen small creatures leap from the trees around you. It takes a moment for you to realize they are gnomes. Dirty, poorly armed gnomes. A few hold spears, but most only have rocks or a sharpened stick. "We seek arms to defend ourselves," a gnome declares loudly. "Hand over some of your equipment and we'll release you. We can even pay you something." "I'll give you some food for a helmet," one of the small folk exclaims. "No, give me the armor, and I'll give you some health potions," chimes another. The gnomes all loudly shout their own offers, trying to draw each other out. Or trying to drown each other out, even. Explain that you have nothing, or refuse. Explain that you have nothing. The gnomes crowd in to inspect you, but they can only confirm your claim. They mutter amongst themselves as they fade back into the forest. Yep, because I still only have the starting gear. Can't really do anything. We're going to go down this way. Oh, another blizzard.
Men become desperate. Women hold these mountains together, even through the worst.
Okay. With little warning, a snowstorm sweeps in from the north. There's no whips around. Yep, same as before. Keep your eyes on the success. I think that's a bad one. Yeah! Succeeded. The climb becomes unbearable. You seek shelter in a cave and desperately fight off the onset of frostbite. When the howling winds ease, you clear the snow from the cave entrance to discover that dark clouds have risen. Have passed even, not risen. Why would they have risen? Malaclypse forages firewood, yeah. So that area is now useful as a camp. Brilliant. So I'm going to move on.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface. What is it you're thinking of?
To be honest, right
what
now...
What concern is worrying at your mind?
Right now...
Let it fall into the water.
Oh my god, let me speak. Right now, I want to sleep. While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. 5 of skulls. You can stand and fight the fiends, or throw yourself into the mercy of the river below. I'm going to stand and fight. You ready your weapon? Brilliant. I actually get to fight something. And if I win, I get things. It's only some skeletons. We can deal with skeletons. Should be fine. How very in unison of them. They should start a dance troupe. Raised from endless sleep to fight once more. Skeletons are weak, but come armed with an assortment of weapons and equipment, making preparations for combat challenging, vulnerable to holy. Interesting. Right. I should be okay with this. Hey, sorted. That's pretty easy. I made a couple of screw ups, but the shield kind of sorted that out, so it's all good. Didn't take any damage. Having spilled your enemy's blood. What blood? The skeletons. Okay. You search the bodies for anything useful. You gain 4 fame. It's pretty good. We got Winter's Bane. Winter's Bane is one-headed weapon. It's got Knockdown Northerner. Perform a powerful strike that causes knockdown to Northerners. Enemies in knockdown can be defeated with a finisher. Brilliant. It's got Riposte Charge. Against Northerners, Riposte deals 150% damage and counts double towards weapon charge. Brilliant. That's really good because we're only fighting Northerners. I know it does less damage, but it is only one-handed. So I'm going to take that. Got some money for killing them. The skeletons were carrying gold, just like in Skyrim.
Not
Okay,
every
temple
temple
prayers.
has crumbled into the dust. More's the pity.
The Temple of Divine Providence provides blessings in exchange for a simple gold donation. Yeah, sure, we'll make a donation. Right, we get to choose now. Gambler's Banquet. What does that do? Receive 2 food after every dice gambit. There's not a huge amount of them, I don't think. Receive plus 15 life for every gold coin card you receive. Maybe. If your max life is less than 150, you may discard food gain or equipment gain cards to receive plus 5 max life. That only lasts for a certain while. Up to 150 max life, really. Gain up to 20 gold at the beginning of new map if you have less than 20 gold. That's okay, but we don't really have a need for it, not at the moment. And Deft Eye. Reduce the speed of the Wheel of Gambit. Definitely. It's not going to come into play just yet, but of a Wheel Gambit, or Wheel Gambits are difficult. So we're going to take that one. I'm going to get more blessings for this one anyway.
The mountain itself pushes you back.
A sudden blizzard slows your progress through the mountain Priestess. The bitter winds pierce your skin like shards of glass. And we ascend. Okay.
Witches I will tolerate. They have at least stepped into the streams of power that magicians call home.
Wow. Judgy dude, isn't he? As you ascend the snowy Mount Priestess, you happen upon a cottage with pungent smoke wafting out of the chimney. A frail old lady sweeping snow off the path beckons you to come in. We've come in search of the great High Priestess to deliver an important message, says Malaclips. You'd better go bearing blessings if you want to get on the good side of the High Priestess. I'm fixing a batch right now if you'd like a taste. If I've got it right this time, you can take it to her, she says, stirring the cauldron. Malaclips politely declines. I've been watching what I eat, but my companion here is an insatiable appetite, he says, nudging you forward. Of course he does. Okay, long shot, second wind, allies. Cool. As long as we don't get... I think that one's okay. Allies return. What's this? Revive your companion at the beginning of each new map. Brilliant. Cool. You take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel a warm, fuzzy feeling flowing through your body. Looks like my recipe is a success. I'm sure the High Priestess will appreciate this one. You thank the old lady and continue up Mount Freydis, paying no heed to the brewing blizzard. Of course, there's more blizzard cards. There always is. Let's go that way. Oh, blizzard. Of course. Oh, 20 life. Wow. You don't really get that much good stuff for doing this either. I think it's that one. Yeah! The climb becomes unbearable. You seek shelter in a cave, the winds ease, and everything passes, and you use it as a camp. Brilliant. You just don't take any more pain. Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I have helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything I may help you with on your journey? So I can ask for supplies, longer life, or gold. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I don't need too much gold for this one. Longer life. I'll take longer life. May you live a long life, she says with a frail wave of her hand. You feel a warm sensation through your body. Do you now? Okay, so plus 10 max life is not bad. I'll take that.
A lesson
Avalanche
awaits us all.
High up on the... Oh.
Truly wild nature will not tolerate fury in its domain, unless it is its own.
Well done. Good. High up on the mountain, you see the silhouette of a man approaching through the heavy snow. He bellows through the roaring wind, "Who dares trespass on the sacred grounds of our priestess?" Trapper of Frost of... Wow, okay. We've got 2 trappers and 4 frost people. Frost people, northerners. 4 northerners and 2 trappers. We're going to make use of our new sword now, because it is designed for killing northerners. Or is it 3 trappers? I can't tell. It's 3 trappers. Oh dear. Okay. A trapper. On the frozen plains, prey are few and far between. The keen eyes of a trapper see all. Trappers throw hunting traps that snare their targets. Use evade to avoid the traps, or change direction rapidly to break free. Okay, I'm going to take that, and we're going to go straight for them. We do have a shield, which is good. And knock down. Cool. And stab. Oh no. Oh, Malaclips is in danger. Stay alive, my friend. Gotta just keep on dodging. Oh, I'm really not doing that well. There we go. We dealt with it, but we took way too much needless damage there. I really don't like those trappers. They make fighting kind of awkward. Gain 1 equipment from 2. Oh, we get to choose one. Okay, I have the sword that I want, so I'm going to take the shield. Yeah. Yeah, you've got some life back. That's pretty good. Oh, I see. Right. Okay.
Bones. I hope you have learned to be their master.
Oh, don't worry, I have. So you can actually control how they roll, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I got exactly what I needed.
Well done. You continue to impress.
You seek shelter against a bluff, pressing close to the rock face as the avalanche roars overhead. When the trembling stops, you are miraculously unscathed. Your assailant's weapons juts from the snow as you near. You realize it is still clenched in his hand, his body buried to the wrist by the avalanche. That's really deep. You can either dig him out or retrieve the weapon. I'm a nice character, I'm going to dig him out. You brave the cold and free the raider from his icy grave. He takes a moment to catch his breath and says, "You saved me. Though we are enemies by blood, take my blessing and leave me to my thoughts." You gained 2 fame. You gained a blessing, Divine Providence. Adds +2 to each of your dice during the dice gambit, which is pretty dang good. Right, yeah, we'll take a look to the left here. Temple Prayers. Yeah, of course we're going to make a donation.
Whatever pleases you, and go about your day.
+15 life for every gold gain card you receive is pretty good. Yeah, we'll do that. So when we gain money, we actually gain life as well. So that heals us, cool. And then we'll head up towards the exit. Another blizzard, of course another blizzard. Why wouldn't there be another blizzard? It's all that's on this mountain. Just blizzards and avalanches. Now I think it's that one. Oh, it's between the left one and that one. The climb becomes unbearable. You seek shelter in a cave. There's a bear. He rouses from hibernation. He hurts you again. It's not going brilliantly, is it?
Will you push on despite nature itself?
Can I ascend one more time?
To thwart you.
Guardian Angel Heroic Sacrifice. Oh my word. Okay, that one? Yeah. Oh my word. That went so fast. I had no idea. That was a pure stab in the dark. Pick again. Optionally retry any chance cards gambit. That's pretty good. I'll take that one. That's probably the most useful, if honest. You take a sip of the aromatic potion and feel warm and fuzzy feelings flow through your body. And it's the same as before, so yeah, it worked, and then we're going to continue on. It's probably going to save us when we go to another blizzard.
Thieves kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure, or worse, success.
What's that even meant to mean? Okay. The market bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the lands call out to passers-by to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on the inside of your tunic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Ah, we lost 5 gold. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Okay. I think it's this one. Yes. Oh, of course I'm going to continue that. Huge success. The thief is nimble, but you manage to gain on them as they negotiate the crowd. With the thief almost at arm's reach, they knock over a barrel of apples in an attempt to hinder you. Oh, of course. Okay, well, we've got luck on our side with this one because we get +2 to all of our dice. So we've got 14. That's all we needed. Brilliant. Cool. Continue. You leap over the rolling apples and tackle the thief to the ground. You gain 2 fame. The thief struggles to break free. "If you let me keep these here items, and let me go, of course, I'll let you in on a secret," the thief bargains. "I can either accept the offer or demand the thief return my possessions." Okay, I'll accept the offer because I want that token. You gingerly release the thief. "Do not worry about your stuff," the thief says as he dusts himself off. "Think of it as an investment. My name is Merrick. Perhaps I could teach you a thing or two, and if you prove yourself, well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Meet me at noon in 2 days in the market plaza. We can talk more then." And with that, Merrick disappears back into the crowd.
Nicely done.
So we've unlocked the next bit of the thief's quest, which is pretty good.
With the least
Another
of
avalanche.
notice, the very lands beneath you
Ooh, berserker.
can slide away. Life is
Have a
filled
proper shield
with
this time, right?
surprises.
Okay, 3 berserkers. What are a berserker? What are a berserker? He's got a metal chest by the sound of it. Fueled with rage and determined to destroy, berserker weapons are imbued with the ice that slows their enemy's movement and attacks. Okay.
Who dares to shut up? Not less than the amazing phallic
Yeah, we'll just start taking these guys down. Oh wow, that really does slow you down. Sorry to cancel your attack there, Malaclips. I'm having to focus so much on these fights. I've only got 24 health left. Wow, that actually killed him. Oh no. Come on, break free, break free. Yeah, there we go. Oh, did not need to take that damage. Not paying enough attention. That's what's happening. Okay, again, another equipment card. I'm going to take the ruby ring. You gain plus 10 max life while you have more blessings than curses. Any number of rings can be equipped at one time. Yep, sure, we'll take that.
Valuable for purely financial reasons, if nothing else.
Nice, another 15 health for just gaining gold, which is pretty good. Yep, cool, we'll take that. Well enough. I love that blessing, it's really good. You seek shelter against a bluff. Pressing close to the rock face as the avalanche rolls overhead. When the trembling stops, you are miraculously unscathed. We're going to dig out the dude, or we're going to try and retrieve the weapon. We don't need another weapon, we've got the good one, so we're going to dig him out. You brave the gold, gain 2 fame, that's fine. After all your rerolls in Dice Gambit, reroll your lowest dice. Get another reroll. It's pretty good. I like that. Oh, another blizzard, of course. Oh my word. We really need to stop and just eat all of our food. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, of course I'm going to redraw that. Oh, I don't get to... It reshuffles. That's really annoying. They reshuffled into the same order. Okay, yeah, we're going to stop here and we're going to just stop at our campfire and just, you know,
campfires will
eat some
always
food.
offer warmth and heat, but they also change with each challenge. Be prepared.
I think that should be enough. That leaves us enough room to heal up through other means and not waste all of our opportunities.
Now the confrontation.
Oh no, we're not going to do that yet. We're not really.
Priestess of her people.
We're going to see what the rest of the board has to offer. Malaclips problem. You arrive at the city markets to meet Malaclips' associate. You find him sitting on a blanket in the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with rope are flopped on the ground around him. So this is actually our best chance of getting through this section. I'm going to give him 10 gold. And we're going to eat the luminous purple flower. Because we've got all of these blessings, it gives us a really good chance of actually getting through this. Right, 9 plus all that's 15. That's exactly what we need. Merc watches eagerly as you begin to choke. Malaclips, for his part, shows some sign of concern. Your eyes bulge and water. Suddenly, someone begins slapping you hard on the back. You cough and a hard lump falls from your mouth. It's a solid gold statue of Merc. Yay, gain some gold. Also got some health back for it. Malaclips cheers while you catch your breath. Merc nods, happy with the results. He beckons Malaclips closer. Of those of us left, you should seek Era of the Veil. She may know something of the cure. Last I heard, she's hiding out in the underneath.
Let us discover what the next chapter in our dear bard's tale will be.
Oh no, not her. Malaclips straightens his neck shawl nervously. The greasy goblin man giggles maniacally. Yes, her. She'll likely eat your bones before she even lets you speak. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business to run. With that, Malaclips' associate turns away and hurls a bouquet at the shocked passerby. Flowers, fresh flowers, buy them or I'll eat your eyes. That's one way to sell flowers. We're going to go to the last card remaining.
Memory seemed filled with conflict and chaos, yet occasionally something merely pleasant slips through.
So this is an opportunity to buy some food. So we're going to go with pies this time. Okay, we want the ones on the left. I think it's that one. 10. Yeah, sure. Continue. We'll do that. That's a really good price. 10 gold for 10 food is a really good price. Right, we're gonna leave. Cool. We are at the end. So as you enter the Great Hall, the towering arch doors swing open with a heavy creak. A giantess in a velvet robe enters, accompanied by raiders. Malaclips bows low to the ground. My companion and I have been sent forth to discuss a truce between the Empire and the Northerners, milady. So they send me a silver-tongued devil and his mercenary. She smirks. I hope for your sake you have a decent offering. You kneel before the High Priestess. Your offering will suffice, says the giantess. But if you seek to make a deal on behalf of the Empire, you must prove yourself against my champion. Ooh, that's not nice. Her raiders charge towards you. That's quite a lot of things to kill. Yep, we've already learned about the berserkers. Oh, this berserker has more health. Come on. Taking way too much damage here. Just keep rolling. Get our shield back. Just keep rolling out the way. Oh, double attack, that's not fair. There we go, got another trapper dealt with. I just want to deal with all these trappers because they're really annoying. Got a shield back up intact, we're going to need it. We're actually running quite low on health. Really? That's so slow. Last trapper. Roll around the back of him. Keep attacking him in the back. And finish him off with a finisher. Nice. And let him fall off the cliff, as is the way. You have done well. Now hear my terms. The priestess draws herself up, a towering figure draped in fur and wrath. The North will never bend to the Empire. Blood for blood. Blood for blood for blood. Those are my terms, small one. Let your leaders hear it and quake. With that, you make a quick descent to relay the message back to General Brandstrom. And that's the end of that campaign. So the High Priestess is finished. What do we gain for it? We got Humble Hammer, Berserker's Creed, and Extinguisher. Winter Solstice, Burning Building, Temple Prayers, which is a pretty good one. I like that one, and Cartographer. 5 food, gain supplies, Warrior's Axe, and a Soldier's Sword, as we already had. And we've got a few more. For gaining favour with the High Priestess, you get Dark Grove Ring and a Shrine, which is actually a Platinum card, I believe. And then For continuing the thief's offer, we get pickpocket, which is the next part of the quest. And for convincing Merc to help Malaclips, we get the underneath. Brilliant stuff. I love this like really happy sort of Euro Truck style music that happens when you complete a campaign. Oh, it's over now. Okay, well, we got 2 more to go. I'm going to leave it off for this episode. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you've enjoyed this episode of Hand of Fate, then leave a like down below because it shows you want to see this series continued into the future. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, and of course, if you haven't already, hit that bell. It gives you notifications of new videos when they're released. And I will see you next time. That is all from Hand of Fate 2, and from me, have a nice day, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.